night and day, working late. But to do that, I will need a lot of mugs of coffee. Oh! Was it really necessary to fling my entire ball across the room? My back hurts. Alright, let's get to work then. What the heck? Why am I shaped like the letter C? My ball isn't growing back. What? How long will I stay like this then? It's November! Ugh, this is so lame. What flag would have a C in it? That's just so stupid. Welcome back to the Vexillology Volumes, where I put the ill in vexillology. If you don't know what vexillology is, then watch the first volume. But to summarize it in 3 words, they study flags. Before I start though, being in this position is super embarrassing, so I'll just use a cardboard cutout. There we go. Let's begin. So last time we talked a bit about an organization called the FIAV, but I actually didn't mention another organization that is equally important, mostly because I wanted to save it for this video. This one's the NAVA, or the North American Vexillological Association. In practice they're very similar to the FIAV, as is every vexillological association, but what makes them special is a little book called Good Flag, Bad Flag. More so a 16-page long pamphlet than a book, but in it they give 5 guidelines to follow if you don't want your flag to look like ass. Keep it simple, use meaningful symbolism, use 2 to 3 basic colors, no lettering or seals, and be distinctive or be related. These rules have already been covered by multiple others on YouTube, so I'm not here to discuss them, but what I am here to do is look a bit more into that 4th rule, no lettering or sealing. Of course I mostly agree with this rule, the flag of Belize for example is the gravest sin that mankind has ever committed, but make no mistake, there's a big asterisk attached to that rule, and I would like to blow it right open. First of all, you might be wondering why text on flag is such a bad thing, and it's got everything to do with the purpose of flags. The most important aspect of flags is symbolization. They're meant to embody sacrifice, diversity, peacefulness, lushness, struggles, environment, hope, and so much more. Take Albania for example. The dark red background and the awesome double-headed eagle in the center both make this flag really stand out among the crowd. The red represents the usual bloodshed and struggle, and the black eagle meanwhile became a symbol for their resistance against the Ottoman Empire. Thus, the eagle quite literally is Albania. So beautiful, it brings a tear to the eye. Now let's take the flag, remove the eagle, and add the word Albania in all caps Calibri. And now I'm upset. Functionally, these 2 flags are the exact same thing, because both the eagle and the word scream Albania at you. What makes the eagle better though is that it doesn't tell you what you're supposed to be thinking. If a flag needs to tell you what its meaning is, then the flag has failed. But there are some flags that are actually able to pull off having text on their flags while being meaningful and good looking at the same time. This is the big asterisk. From what I've seen, there are 3 ways to get it right. Number 1, put it in a different language. Iraq's flag has some text in the middle, but most of us aren't going to be able to read what it says at all, so the text can't convey the meaning to us, which counterintuitively makes it a good flag. But then again, it would seem like a parody if the flag looked like this. Number 2, make the text as tiny as possible. Here's Brazil's flag. Seems like a normal flag, right? But wait, zoom in. Enhance. Aha! Some sneaky text right there. But again, this solution is very counterintuitive because, I mean, come on. Text on flags being good if it's barely visible is more so an insult to text on flags. So that leaves us with the 3rd, and in my opinion the only viable option. This is a phenomenon that occurs in many different flags, but for some reason I actually haven't seen anyone connect the dots between them and give the phenomenon a name. So screw it, I'll be the scientist and give it a name. At last we get to the title of the video. Number 3, the Colorado effect. The thing that stands out the most on Colorado's flag is a giant C in the middle with a golden circle inside of it. And even though it has text on it, it still looks great. And you might say that it's because there's only 1 letter on the flag, which... no. Let me explain. This is the flag of the Venda peoples of South Africa, which I became familiar with when I made the Africa video, which is when literally all of you discovered this channel. But just because I drew it doesn't mean it's good. It just looks like they had the colors in the background, made a text box, typed V, made it brown, and then stretched it out a little. Wow, you're a graphic designer. But this isn't the case for Colorado. The C is too thick to type. The arch at the end makes it look more like a cut-off roundel than a letter. The arch itself is way too circular and perfectly bends around the yellow disc. You can't make this flag by simply typing a C on your keyboard. And that's what sets Colorado apart from Venda. One is a lazy addition that contributes nothing to the symbolism of the flag, and the other is a beautiful piece of art that makes the flag look better and represents the region as a whole. And so we arrive at the definition of the Colorado effect. A piece of text on a flag that is artistic enough to improve the symbolism and appearance of a flag. Or I don't know, something like that. I'm not a professional. Someone can make a Wikipedia page for me and approve the definition, I don't care. If Colorado was the only example, then this phenomenon wouldn't be a thing. So let's look at some other examples. Starting off with probably the most ironic one ever. The Nava. So you would tell others to not put text on flags, yet you have a giant V standing for Vexillology on yours. Wow, talk about a double standard. But it's okay, because it's a Colorado effect. In fact, I even think EBM's flag is a Colorado effect. That symbol in the middle is definitely a stylish T. Why? Are you a big fan of maths? Like me? Oh, I feel so honored. I don't need to hear it, let's continue. Moving on from the Latin alphabet, we can see that the Colorado effect has spread out all across Japan. The Japanese flag itself isn't an example, unless you think that this is an O, which it is not. Instead, the country is split up into 47 prefectures, all of which have their own flag, and to us Vexillophiles, these look perfect. They're good for the same reason that Albania's flag is good. Sometimes all you need is a monocolor background with a meaningful symbol, and these flags are held in the highest regard. But wait, is that a cardboard cutout? Well, I wouldn't want anybody doing this to me right now, but... Oh, holy shit, it's text! Ishikawa, Gifu, that's just kanji. Wakayama, Kunamoto, that's just katakana. Fukushima, that's just hiragana. That's right, perfectly hidden under a veil of perfection, all of these flags contain stylized forms of text, making them all Colorado effects. Not even Tokyo is safe, because what looks like... wheel, I guess, with 6 ends, can be interpreted as a version of the kanji Kyo, which also has 6 ends. But you wanna know the worst one of the bunch? Naga freaking Saki. So not only does it have its whole damn name on the bottom there, nice one, it also has a giant blue N on it. It's not even your own script, Nagasaki. So if you were to translate and simplify this flag, it would look like this. Like what, are you stuttering? I think we need another nuke. No, I didn't mean, where the hell did you get that? Did you draw this? This looks like ass. Alright, whatever, let's blow him up. Uh-huh. Hey, welcome back to the end. I am recording this on the day before this video goes up, which means that it is my birthday today, and I am now 18. I can legally have a political opinion, let's go. So let's make a little trade. You give me a sub as a birthday present, and I give you stupid satire videos for the rest of my life. Eh? Anyways, now that I've done 2 Vexillology volumes in a row, it's time to return to regular videos. And the next one will be about the English heptarchy. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Also again, I post daily on my community tab, there's some good stuff in there. And that's all there is to say. Alright, see ya.